But guys, as per usual, one flight only. Unfortunately, I've got this big armor plate here which I didn't want. I'm going to go and actually attack some ground units. I've got extra cannon on the wings. I reckon those are MG 151-20s, 20mm cannons. In addition to the MG 151-20 single that I've got in the spinner, in the propeller boss, firing through the engine. You can see the tail end of it right there, just beyond the joystick there. That's actually the tail end of a cannon. And I've got, what else have I got? MG something. 2 machine guns in the engine itself. So I'm going to basically try and kill some aircraft, but also attack some ground positions. They're soft targets, so as long as their AAA doesn't get me, I'll be able to destroy a few of them, I think. Heading to grid square 1027, defense of Obol. So I'm going to try and hit that. It's probably a foolish idea actually, because there's probably a lot of AAA there, but we'll give it a shot anyway. Hello Cloaker, yo. Well, I'm doing just fine. Don't know about everyone else. Very low at the moment. Not even 2,000 meters. Sitting duck. Not going to be such a good dogfighter with these cannons on the wings. They're going to slow down everything. The turn rate, the maximum straight and level speed, everything, extra weight, etc, etc. But if you get a hit with those 2 extra cannons, it's pretty deadly. Right. So there's like a, what would you call it, like an island thingamajig, a peninsula or whatever, a delta system. I don't know, this island in the center here that contains the target. Basically the Axis are losing. Axis has, looks like Axis has 1 vehicles left, and Allies have 2 thingos left. So Allies are winning so far. Oh, hello, Fragster. Alright, I can see something down there. Looks like bomb craters. Got to pick a target. It's going to be a bit tough, actually. Hopefully all the AAA's been taken out. I can see a few things down there. What to go for though, that's the thing. You'll find out soon enough if they start shooting at you. I can see some empty artillery positions. What I'm aiming at right there looks like something. Ah yes, I can. What can I see? What can I see? What can I see? Something there straight ahead as well. What's that? I don't know what to shoot. I really don't know what to shoot. What about this? Oh shit, that didn't end well. I forgot about pulling up. That's called target fixation. Yeah. Alright, I said 1 flight only, but it's going to be actually 2 flights. I can get a plane, it's very busy on the server right now. The only way there is a way to pull out of a dive like that. It's using the trim tab, the elevator trim. Let's just call that a warm-up, eh? LOL. Probably destroyed a target though. Oh no. Looks like the Allies have actually won. There's no more targets for them to attack. Since the Allies have no more targets left for them to attack, it basically means that they have won. So I expect any minute now to see that, unless it's already gone while I was in the lobby, to see the familiar yellow writing at the top of the screen that says that there's 5 minutes left to destroy all the Allied targets, or else the Allies win. I think we'll see that pretty soon, if not already. So long and short of it is we might have 5 minutes left of this mission. Points never seem to matter. Yeah, I mean, there's a, I don't know, there's a whole point system and everything. Which I'm not going to critique it just yet, because I don't know it. I'm not too familiar with it. I don't know the full ins and outs of it. But there is a system in place. So you'd expect the fighting should be fierce. One airfield's getting attacked in the south. You would expect it to be around the 2 remaining Allied ground points. Fighting should be pretty fierce there, you would expect. Sitting very far back in the cockpit through happenstance more than anything. It's not ideal. I can kind of lean to the crosshairs, which is good, but I'm still only, when I lean forward to the maximum, I'm still only over the seat rather than right up at the crosshairs. Which makes me think I wouldn't mind checking out VR headsets and see how that goes. I wouldn't, come to think of it, I wouldn't mind getting a VR headset, and I wouldn't mind getting a new joystick of some description. I've heard good things about Thrustmaster, and then there's also a joystick that has more or less the same layout as the joystick of a Bf109, so that's very appealing. Team of the Allies countries won. Bummer, dude. Alright, we're going to do one more flight. And also you can, if you really want to go, if you really want to get to it, you can get rudder pedals. And I think you can get rudder pedals that mimic, that emulate the rudder pedals of a Bf109. I would like I don't know, I would like an improved setup. It doesn't necessarily have to have rudder pedals. I'm quite happy using twist grip as yaw. That's fine by me. I've got the car racing equivalent of rudder pedals, a Logitech G25 racing wheel, stick shift, and pedals, foot pedals like accelerator, clutch, brake for car racing. And I'm looking at it right now. It's about 4 meters away. It's in the corner of the room. It's gathering crap tons of dust. It's just sitting there, and it's sitting there because it's so cumbersome. It's quite a logistical effort to plug it in, to unplug it. It's such a hassle. It's such a hassle. It's such a bloody hassle to have. And why I'm saying this is because I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I'd like to get some rudder pedals. I'd like those Bf109 rudder pedals. Bloody hell, I'd like that. But man, like, for the time that I'm not using them, they're just going to get in the way of my feet. VR is the way to go, says TRMC. Can't fly no other way. Gee, that's a good endorsement. Yeah, it's probably the way of the future. Quick, get a good plane. I want a G4. Can I get a G4? G4. Can I only get an M? Sort of wasting time here. Oh no, can't remove the headrest. Easy server. Got to jump in fairly quickly to get a half decent plane. Looks like we're on the Battle of Moscow map. I'm flying in a Bf109F-4 with the headrest, the armor plate headrest still attached. No extra guns for ground attack this time. I could literally bolt some foot pedals, some rudder pedals to my floor. I could screw them in, and I could have a permanent thing there. I don't know. I don't think that'd be adequate though. I'd need some kind of system. I'd need to develop a system that I could quickly attach or detach the rudder pedals and just shift them slightly out of the way, for I can dangle my feet when I'm not using them, but also for cleaning, so I can run a vacuum cleaner through that area, etc., etc. I don't know. I want an improvement over what I've got, which is a Logitech Extreme 3D Pro, and I think you can get them for $26 on Amazon. I got mine from a store. I bought it from a store for about $70, $80. For these big birds here. You guys still with me? Connection lost. It does happen from time to time. Just bear with me. I'll be back in about 30 seconds. And looks like we're back. I don't know what happened there. I reckon the server may have not just kicked me off, but everyone. I looked at the server numbers before and it said 0, so I think it had a restart, something like that. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into it. So before the restart, we were basically at capacity. The capacity is 84, and there was around 81, 82 players on the server. If this one fails, there's also Tactical Air War, which also has a lot of players on it right now. I get the feeling that this game is getting more and more popular. I don't know, maybe it's a Northern Hemisphere summer thing. I think you guys' summer has just finished. My my winter has just pretty much finished, and now we're going into spring and then summer. I can feel the days getting warmer, and the nights are still pretty cold though, by Australian standards. There's those big birds. Okay, and we're up and gears up. The lights look to be up. Heading east. The main thing about getting a new joystick would be, would it improve my my shooting? I reckon the shooting is the thing that I'm looking to improve. I guess minute movements and that sort of thing. Got to say though, I haven't got anything to compare the Logitech to, but since it's the only joystick I've used, but I don't mind it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. And you know, I might just get something expensive and find out that I prefer this here El Cheapo Logitech Extreme 3D Pro. You never know. So all of this accessories that goes along with flight sims, you want to get it right. You want to sort of one shot, one kill type thing. You don't want to be buying 5 different joysticks to find out which one suits you the best. You want to somehow get the best thing at the right time, at the right price, etc. I've been there and done that with all the hardware that I have so far, but if I want to upgrade the joystick, I don't know, it's a tough situation. A lot of the reviews are going to be subjective as well, so it's hard to quantify what to do. I do consistently hear good things about Thrustmark. Now, what are we going to do? Gain some altitude, I think. And yeah, and VR is the other thing. Like, yeah, what VR to get? Is it worthwhile holding off until VR gets better? Is there a particular one that's the best? These are really mystifying conundrums. I had a look at some VR YouTube clips recently, like yesterday, and I noticed there was a characteristic to VR which was that it seemed to shake around a bit. So in this exact same view as what we're in now, it seemed to be, I can't really mimic it, but there seemed to be some sort of shuddering effect. I don't know if that was VR or if they just had some setting turned on that I don't have turned on. I don't know. That was my subjective first impression, but it looked a lot better in certain ways. So yeah, I think, what is it? Sony does one, and HTC, theirs is called Vive or something like that. I don't know. What's our altitude? 4,200. Not bad, not bad. How on earth did I have the cockpit light? Okay, that's all good. I'm going to head south to that train. Oh, actually, everyone's in the north. I don't know. Completely lacking in decisiveness right now about where to go. Obviously, I want to go where the action is. All of the axis are in the north airfield. That's very far away though. I've got a train to my south, an Axis train which will attract Allied bombers. I might as well go and protect that train. I hope that's the right decision though, in terms of getting some action. Anything down there? Our bombers will be heading to that airfield, so all I can expect here is fighters, and that's fine, but I can't see anything down there at this time. It's fairly early in the session. I'm going to head to that train. If nothing else, I can blast the crap out of the train. Should be. Trains are pretty dangerous. Alright, so I've got to head basically south and I'm relatively safe at this altitude, almost 5,000, no, above 5,000. I'm at 5,500. Reviewing a previous video I did where I flew over Kuban, I didn't see it at the time, but reviewing the video I saw in the bottom right hand corner, you just see a yak climbing up to try and get me, and its performance at this altitude just wasn't quite good enough, and I was just cruising along, and it was non-effective, and I was pretty lucky. And the only reason for that really is that I was at this altitude where there's a performance advantage for the 109 over the yak. Alright, let's go over here a bit. or east, and we'll find that train. These live flights are pretty challenging from a number of perspectives, not least of all technical things with broadcasting. One thing I'm going to try and do though is figure out a way, I don't know how, but I'm going to try and figure out a way to ensure that I get a lot of action. There's nothing worse than doing a live stream where you fly for 55 minutes and you don't get any proper action. So I'm going to try and work on that, FYI. Doesn't mean I'll find a solution, but it's something I'm thinking about and looking to find a solution for. Let's turn that's probably it there. It looks like a bridge was there and the bridge is broken, so the bombers have been there already. There, I see something. I can see an aircraft in flame. Alright, let's see what we can do here. We have a IL-2. That's a yak. Better finish this guy off quick before he gets the better of me or before his buddies. Right, there's a yak and there's an aisle 2. I'm going to try and take out the yak first and then aisle 2. Damn, he's there. I completely lost him though. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Not good, not good. There he is. There he is. That's the aisle 2. It's a PE2. Even worse, that thing's got a terrible gun on it. So I'm going to head to head with the PE2. Come on, come on, come on. No, not quite. Losing speed and altitude, you've got to pick up some energy. Right, looks like I managed to do that successfully. Let's just get some altitude, let's reassess. Just not connecting. Who's that up high? Looks like an aisle 2. Keep coming out. Haven't ID'd him properly though. No, I've lost him. It's terrible, I just keep losing him. Not good. He's kind of got the jump on me in that sense. Let's take this guy. That is our PE2. Bloody hell. Really dangerous gun on the PE2. Gonna hit him with my cannons. Gonna hit him with everything I've got. Just like that, I've totally lost sight of that PE2. There it is. And I've got a fighter on my tail there. It's shooting at me. Ah, this is not good. Not good, not good. Gonna have to fight. Let's go full power for a little bit. Tempted to get that PE2 right now. Surely that's got his. Look at that guy on my tap. Gonna have to fight this bug. Damn it. It's kind of like three Allied aircraft on the scene and maybe 1 or 2 Axis, myself included. Damn, I thought I got hits on that PE2. I'm gonna have to do one more flight. Definitely a lot of action down at that train. What a busy airfield. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's that shooting coming from? Oh, it's a Stuka. Including myself, 6 planes. And the Stuka's just kind of stalled out on the runway there. He's got a full load. Alright, so in this live stream, I guess we've achieved one of the goals, which is to find some action. Now I know where it is. It's down on that train. Assuming the train stays in existence for enough time for me to get down there, there'll still be some action there. So there was a PE-2 there, which was bombing the train. There was a P-40 Kitty Hawk, and there was a Yak there. The Yak are a I came in very high at about 5,000 meters and progressively came down and lost my energy advantage and so on. And unfortunately, I don't think I reckon I got hits here and there, but nothing fatal. You want to strike a decisive blow on each plane in the first pass if you possibly. Right, the train is still there. I'm going to climb a little bit, maybe not up to 5,000 meters this time, because that'll take some time. There is a sweet spot with true airspeed. I don't know what it is for this plane. It's different for every plane. You want your ground speed, your true airspeed, to be as high as possible so that you can cruise as fast as possible, which means going higher. You don't want to try and cruise at sea level. The air's too thick. But of course, the higher you go, the less power the engine can produce. That goes for any plane, a piston plane, a jet, anything. They all lose the ability to produce power the higher they go. So there's a sweet spot where the air is thinnest, but the engine is still producing a good amount of power. I don't know what it is for this plane. I'm just going to go maybe 10,000 feet. It's about 3,000 meters. That should probably do it. Maybe a little bit higher than that. And I should be able to get along at a pretty good ground speed at this altitude. And then we'll be at the train. I'll kill that PE-2, I'll kill that P-40, I'll kill that Yak or Lag or whatever it was, and remove the chip from my shoulder. Good, the train's still there. 2,700 meters so far. Just about at the cloud base now. There's 3,000 meters. That'll probably do us. I'll stay just at or underneath the cloud base. Pretty much heading directly to the track. Looks like we've got a much closer airfield in the south. If I don't know, if I go again, I'll probably spawn out of the southern airfield. And there's also an Axis tank column to the south of the train. These are a good one to go to because they're in the vicinity of the Allied airfield, Vlaz, to the east. Pretty short distance from Vlaz to the train, so you can kind of be guaranteed. It makes logical sense, doesn't it? Any Allied pilots at Vlaz, they're probably first going to choose the train as their first leg of their journey, particularly by I'm going to try and fly not directly to the target but to the side of it so that as I approach it you can't see nothing over the nose. So if I can look to the side of the nose and in front of the wing, maybe I can kind of get the jump on them and see them before they see me. The map icon doesn't update very frequently, so you can stare at it for a good 10 seconds before it moves forward. But your position over the ground has already moved in that time. Particularly relevant when you're turning. Alright, so we've got a river. We've got a river system up there on got one there too. So I'm looking for a river with a train track with the train and a clearing. Should be just over the top of the train line now. Probably can't quite see it. Okay, that's where we're going. Right, there. Now I just got to look for a target. You can see the draw distance of the forest advancing as we advance. That should be, it looks closer than, but that should be a 10-kilometre draw distance. So as that advances to the target, possibly I'll see some planes. Let's check out that theory. Draw distance is going to be 100 kilometres in a future update. That'll be great. Can't see anything. Train's still. They haven't destroyed the train, it's still there. So they should still be there. Have a good look at my altitude, make sure there isn't anything lurking around here. What's that? That's it. There he is, trying to escape. If I can keep track of him, I'll get him. Don't seem to be gaining on him at all. I'm inclined to keep my altitude for the time being. I don't really want to follow him down necessarily, unless I can dive on him and swiftly get him. Seems to be just sort of cruising along at this stuff. We're not quite high up enough that I have the performance advantage on him. We're at about 10,000 feet, so he's still potent. not much of a differential, if any, in performance. You can see him still going high. Still see him. Might as well dive. It's tempting to, I've lost him. It's tempting to dive down on him through the cloud. Probably going to lose him at this stage. Bit of a bummer. Could have gone full power. Would have caught him then, I think, but it would have meant about 45 seconds of full power, which is fairly risky. Not really worth doing unless you're trying to escape. There he is. Let's go straight down on him. Got hit. He's freaky. Following him down to the deck's no good. Smart move on his part. I'm going to disengage here, attention. May not have been the best idea. I swear I got him. Yes! Ha ha ha! That's what I'm talking about. Although I think there's some damage to my airframe. Let's find a landing spot. I could just bail it. That field looks good. Where's my miles away? Would I make it to the train? I don't think so. Let's put the flag. Well, yeah, let's see what the results are. No view. Yeah, it is very tempting to go again, but I'm going to have to call it a night just there. I sort of call that a kill. I got plenty of shots on him. Oh well. Yeah, thanks guys for joining me on this live stream. I do appreciate it, and everyone that participated in the chat. Smash the like button and subscribe. You can join the channel. There's a join button on the screen there. Click that and see what it says. Have a look at that. You can support the channel on Patreon, and I've got a website. There's articles on there fairly regularly, as well as my flight videos, and that's froggyfrog9000.com. This is the froggyfrog9000 channel. This has been a live stream, and I didn't get 5 kills in a flight, which is what I'm aiming for, and a safe return to base, but we'll get there one day, I'm sure. Join me for the next one, most probably tomorrow. Thanks everyone. Bye for now.